Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Midweek Racing, race 5, and we are here at Italy. Guys are ready to race here at Monza today. With me, you've seen the commentary. SpringbokGamer, welcome.
Yeah, great. A classic. One that I always enjoy.
That's for
Italy.
Sure. So then, let's get some detail up here. Let's see what tires the guys are going out on. Let's get the track map up and running. That's not the way to do it. There we go. So then, looks like one of the Racing Point Staffy will be out first. Interesting season so far. Newer rider still leading the championship. Don't see him in here tonight, so that means Dukester can pull off a good, some good points over here. He'll be able to close the gap.
9 points. So 25 when he's 16 past him. So. Dukester can really, if he maximizes tonight, he can become the new leader.
That will be interesting to see what the guys are going to be able to pull off. Staffy in the comment section, let me please finish a race this season. Well, let's hope that happens. Then Ted also, hey guys, looking forward to the race. Welcome Ted, yeah, we're also looking for, hopefully going to be a good race. We'll just keep our eyes on some of the guys informing us on the weather conditions for the race. So far looking good for qualifying, clear weather. And
looks like a cracker.
Yeah, Noor also saying have fun. Thanks Noor. And Nick also commenting here, good evening guys, I hope you all have a great race. Thanks a lot Nick.
Yeah, well, Italy normally produces a classic, so confident it'll be a great one.
I'm sure it will be good, especially into turn 1. That's always a exciting prospect there. Not a lot of guys in the lobby tonight, 11 drivers. Sorry,
yeah, Ranger Tervet shows out on art. Not sure what's the tactic there. Just can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, interesting strategy that he will maybe be going for. We'll just have a look. For me these days, what I'm thinking is, since they fixed the safety car issue, I'll rather just start on the softest tire, and then, I mean, the chances of a safety car coming out is so much. Rather get that on the fastest tire at the start, and then once the safety car comes out, you can just go into the mediums or the hards from there. Oh, and Staffy loses the back in there into the wall. He had set a lap time there, 1:21, but that's close, short to beaten
Doesn't
by
look
Avino.
like he's completely out of it. Yeah, I got caught out exactly in that same fashion. I was the only driver starting off on the mediums yesterday evening, SAA ORL League, and yeah, as you mentioned, third, fourth lap, big crash. You know, to then go onto the soft, you're not gonna make it to race end, so I had to do a two-stopper, and definitely wasn't the best way to go. And like you said, the safety car now basically you can almost bank on a safety car.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna change the whole the face of league racing. Must mention only one yesterday evening, 3 DNFs, 2 VSCs, and then just one safety car, but it was just the first crash basically. So if it could have been one of the later ones, could have maybe worked better in my favor.
Yeah, we can see here Connor Young. I think he's going to try and get some slipstream here from Burnout. Let's see what's going to happen here. Burnout has backed out of it, so that will help Connor a lot with the slipstream there down the main straight. He does ride the sausage curve there a little bit. That's going to give you some problems to get on traction again.
He's also languishing down in 5th position this season. Our former league winner, so he can also, if he can go all out tonight, that'll help him jump from a 29 down to a 54. That'll jump him to 4th position. Just in 20 adrift from Noir Raiders, so he can also cash in big time tonight. He's been having a below par season so far.
Yeah. Obviously the guys need to get used to the no traction control for this season. One of the things we turned off was to make it a little bit more competitive and
yeah, get it closer to reality.
Yep, that's the thing. Noor saying I'll be watching all the stream. Oh, thanks Noor. Nice to have you on board with us. Yeah, I think it gets a little bit lonely sometimes.
It's a pity he's not racing. He's been in dominant form so far, and yeah, he can really see his lead being taken away tonight if things work out well for Duke. So let's just see how this pans out tonight.
I think it's going to be an interesting race. So then Vino actually going into the top step there, 120.3. Good lap time there from him.
Wrong with that.
This guy applies these only on an out lap as well as Ranger. I think next guy who will set a lap time for us will be Connor Young.
Yeah, he's coming here around the Scary. Goes a little bit wide. Getting down to Parabolica. Looking at his ERS shows 81, so not convinced this is a flyer. If I must trust that ERS display on his steering wheel. Let's see. He produced a 24 well off V-Space. I think that was half a flyer.
Yeah, obviously no need to push it right now. All of the guys are going through. Darky coming across the line now. Let's see the lap time here. He goes third above Staffy's teammate, 120.8.
Yeah, that's more or less par for this track. The Q1 one in the 120s.
Also retiring there from the session. As he went back to the pits now on board with Boinkies. Last week's winner in Russia.
Yeah, he's also been flying below the radar and can also have a win snatch it. Let's just recap. He's sitting on 58 points. So 16 adrift. So with a 25er, he can also leapfrog to top spot on the log standings. And you know the way he's been consistently on the podium, you can we might as well see two drivers leapfrog Noah Ryder. That's how close it is.
Yeah. There we go, Conor Young setting a lap time there, 120.2. That's a better lap time coming in there from the Red Bull driver. Luke's also out now on his flying lap. Or he's no, it's only on the out lap, sorry, as well as Weza. So only those three drivers still have to set a lap time. Let's go on board here with Winky, see what.
Yeah, he seems to be on his flyer. I mean, Boinkies, he's not gonna be pushing this vehicle too much. I expect 121 sort of a time from him, just feel the car out. Taking it very wide on the Scary.
Someone's running onto the grass there. Coming wide here. Have to be careful for the car not to drift out too far. He goes across the line, 124.4 into 8th place. Here we go, Jockey. Force India driver there, 190.8. Good lap time there from the season 1 champion.
Yeah, first one in the 19s.
Ooh, Dukester running off the track there, not quite sure what happened. Let's go back to Weza here quickly, see what lap time he's going to be posting. Going for another flying lap. I think maybe got an invalid lap time there.
Jumping back to Boinkies, he's giving this his second go. Coming down the last straight, heading into Parabolica. Needs to keep it nice and tight. It's slightly wide. I expect a 122, 121, 123.
He's setting a lap time of 139, but I think he's going to go for another run here. See, where is Weza? We'll go back to Dukester now. Let's just keep our eyes on Weza. Ooh, runs onto the grass there. On the straight, not quite sure what happened. But then Weza moving up to second, 122.4.
Yeah, that's also just the banker lap from him. Nothing really. He's not showing his true face.
No, he's been practicing for 2 hours before the race. I'm sure he will
Yeah, he's a disciple for this speed track. Italy is one of his favorites. I'm sure he's raring to try and put up a big showing. Hasn't really, I can't recall a podium from him. He's been performing well below his capabilities.
Board with Ranger, not quite sure. He's gonna. I think he might go back to the pit there. So Beach, I think he's also going back to the pit. No need to really push, as we said. One of the guys are going through. Oh, Ranger running off the track there, off the curve.
Yeah, that Ascari has been the scene of many of my DNFs.
Yeah. So easy for the car to get unbalanced there and then.
Yeah, especially that inside curb, very dangerous curb to try and mount at that speed. Back on Botha with the Dukester, he's out on the flyer, not that good at 129. Man's got his pride. He says it's one thing to sandbag a bit, but that's not on.
Yeah.
That's bulk bagging. Also runs wide on the sky.
Yeah, I think the car's getting a little bit unstable there.
Yeah, I'm always wary of those green stuff though. That's they tend to be not as grippy as the tarmac, but at least they're not like grass, but very dangerous stuff to get on. Maybe using it as free practice.
Yeah. You know, asking you, do the guys still have load shedding?
No such thing. Last had load shedding on Sunday afternoon.
Track there. I think you'll bring it home.
Yeah, that's one of the risks of using this as practice, and you know, you lose a wheel here and that's it. See the guys in the race only.
Let me tell you this thing, I would not want to be the guy starting on the front row in this race, because that turn one is normally a thriller show when you go through there.
Make sure you stand up straight, even in the midfield. becomes very, very crowded going into that first turn.
So then there we have it. First for qualifying one, Jockey with a 119.8, good lap time there from him on the softs, followed by Connor Young, and then Vino for real also back. Nice lap times there from the guys. Weza coming in 4th, Savage Moses 5th, Boinkies 6th, 7th Staffy, 8th Ranger, 9th Burnout, 10th Sniffleizer, and then 11th Duke still with that 139, but I'm sure it was maybe just a scrappy lap. You'll be wanting to do better come qualifying 2 and qualifying 3.
So on to Q2, weather's still holding up.
Oh, Effie, where's our rain weatherman? You can give us an update there on the weather, please.
On board here with Steffi. Should be the first man out.
All of them running straight on. See that? Anyway, Vino saying, yeah, rain in 10 to 15 minutes. Thanks a lot, Vino, for the update there. I can see actually the clouds coming in. Yep, that's for sure. Qualifying 3 is going to be fun, especially if there's some rain. I think these guys without traction control have been a bit lucky this season. Not a lot of rain coming.
Yeah, I can't actually recall any rain. Dirk, let's jinx them. Mind you, I think the first race might have been wet. It was a real horror show for most of the guys. The debut no traction race in the rain.
Yeah. So then Savage Mode.
Jockey puts it into the wall. Oh. He's almost minus a wheel.
All the guys will be flying out of the pit lane now, because obviously when clouds come in, the track temperature is going to start dropping. And also maybe that light rain coming towards the guys, so all of them will be trying to go out, put on a lap time before the rain comes. Let's put some tires up here for you guys. You see there most of the guys on the mediums, only Weza, Burnout, Sniffleizer and Staffy at the moment on the top. So they're going for a little bit different strategy.
Yeah, well, like mentioned before, I'm now also leaning towards softs, softs and bank on a safety car.
Yeah.
Since this safety car has been fixed, it's been overactive and basically playing havoc on any strategies that I've put together.
Savage Moses 121.8. That he's gonna come across the line. He goes second 122.4. That's a bit faster lap time there from Steffi. Let's just go. Who's gonna be the next one? I think it might be Connor Young. Also on the medium tires. first at a 1:21.5. Good lap time there from him.
Yeah, not bad on a medium. Not bad at all.
Wizard goes third there, 1:22.1 for the miss. Mercedes team, Dukester goes first just right after that, 1:20.7. Good lap time there from him. I'm trying to stay on board of all the drivers. I'm missing their lap times here. You know, he's only on an out lap, so let's see. Oh, Bernard's onto the gravel, not quite sure what happened. Winky's come flying past him. He's going back into the pit. Let's go on board the Winky. He's going to set it up on here for us. Jock saying, yeah, my DRS doesn't work. Oh shit, yeah, that actually happened to me also. Yeah, that happened to me also.
And in the temple of speed, you're a dead duck if that happens.
Yeah. Winkies goes 60, 1:23 flat.
Well, at least he just needs to beat one driver to get to Q3, Jock. I've had the pleasure of having it once before. Normally it tends to be fixed like a minute or two before the qualifying session is over.
Great lap there from Bino going second, 1:21.2. Jockey, I'm going to leave it on here. I'm going to take a quick smoke break and then I'll be back up.
Weza retiring. He feels confident at 22-1. Good enough. Will be interesting to see who actually is the unlucky guy to fall out. There with Jock. He's on his flyer, still needs to put a time up. Oh, yellow flag, sector 2, someone's come off. Just try and see who. Looks like it's his teammate Staffy. Just touch the gravel. Jockey puts up a time good enough for 4th position, 1:21.700. It's now gonna put a little bit more pressure on Burnout, Ranger and Sniffleizer, who's gonna fall out. But in hindsight, P11 not a bad position to start on this track.
Jockey there, he went into 4th place.
Yeah, jumped his teammate, had a good lap.
The cloud's getting a little bit darker now.
Yeah, the times will slowly start falling.
If you're saying yeah,
Ranger puts at
45 minutes in.
27.50.
That's a good lap time.
I would say 45 minutes in might just be on the last lap or two of this race. can be very interesting.
Yeah, it might be interesting to see this. Normally a quick race. It's not a long race.
Yeah.
The guys
Might be one of those where you gotta make a call. You stick it out for a lap or two or go and pit.
Yeah. Oh, Bernard losing it into the barriers there. Unfortunately for the Renault driver, and that's on his out lap, so let's just see, he's got front wing damage. That's gonna frustrate him a little bit. Not quite sure if he's gonna go back to the pits or not, let's just see.
Interestingly, Snuffleizer hasn't come out yet. Not sure what's up there in the garage.
Take a look at the tires again. More guys on the softs now.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 split basically.
Going back into the pit there.
Yeah, he needs to do quick repairs here. Renault crew working feverishly to get that front wing sorted. Taking the time for diagnostics as well. Back on board here with the Dukester. He's not content at 20.7. Maybe he wants to break into the 19s. Maybe he was just circling around.
Yeah, not quite sure what he's gonna do. He's already done one lap on those softs, so I think he will maybe go back to the pits. Let's just see. Yeah, he's going across the line. Mr. and Bernard now just waiting for the timer to run out, and then they will go out.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of leaving it all for this last minute or two. You just need a invalidated lap time and you're a dead duck. Always believe in having a banker lap in the back.
Yeah, that always helps. Just to give you that safe feeling, you know. Oh, Dukes, they're losing it into the wall. He's out of Q3.
Not the best move there. I have no footage. Dirk, you know what happened?
Yeah, he lost it there through the Ascari and clipped that sausage curve and lost the rear end into the green barriers there. Not quite sure what he was doing because he was going out 2 laps on those softs. So
yeah, very strange tactic.
Yeah, he's going to be keeping himself for that one. See the raindrops falling, so these guys doesn't look like Bernard or Snuffleizer is going to go out. So then there we have it, your Q2 then. Finished. Ranger Trevet topping the standings. They 120.7 on the soft tires. He'll start on those. Vino coming in second on the mediums, 121.2, followed by Conor Young with the 121.5.
It will be very interesting, Dirk. Bernard and Sniffleiser failing to set a lap time. I wonder what is the ruling on that. I did not see Sniffleiser out on track in this qualification session. Bernard failed to actually put a lap together. I'm sure who's gonna take the fall here. Let's watch and learn. Sniffleiser, who did not go out, maybe that's some ruling. Because I know Bernard was out on track, but didn't get a lap time in, so maybe it counted for something.
Yeah, so Dirk and Sniffleiser is out. Looks like Bernard is still in.
Yeah. So now I think the guys are gonna go all out, try and get those 19s going.
I don't think that's gonna happen with the wet weather.
Well, yeah. Forgot about that. Is the Q3 also wet?
Yeah. Let's see what tires the guys have.
Just as the weatherman predicted.
Well, one good thing for Dukester and Sniffleiser is that they will start the race on on new tires.
Yeah, like we mentioned before, starting at the back, not always that bad in Italy.
No, definitely not. Daffy out first. And the Racing Point also revealing their new livery for 2020 season.
Yeah, I must say, a lot of the teams didn't really spend too much time on the liveries. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, it's just two teams changing. I mean, that's an AlphaTauri team and the Williams, which is looks also quite good. Those two teams changing. I think everyone is maybe waiting for 2021. They'll go all out there.
Yeah.
Steffi running off track.
Makes sense.
Making way for Savage Motors there. Maybe saving some money to get a good start for 2021.
You in favor of all the rule changes there? Why they try and take it?
Yeah, I think I'll support it, because as long as we see some different teams winning some championships, some constructors, I'm all for that. Not fun to see the same team winning it every year. So.
Yeah, look, I really think that the cap on the expenditure you can that's gonna bring the smaller oaks slightly more into it.
Yeah.
Look, the guys with the bucks will still have that edge, but I think it's just being slightly narrowed.
Yeah, look, I think Merck and Ferrari and Red Bull will probably still be good teams. I don't think they'll slip to the back of the grid all of a sudden, but let's hope some of the smaller teams can come up. Obviously, Red Bull going to be using McLaren going to be using the Mercedes engine from next year, so that's also going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, and what I also read was that I don't know what it actually tails, but the Toro Rosso, whatever the new name is, has now been promoted to a, they call it a sister team, not a junior team anymore.
Yeah, but
So,
Aston Martin.
yeah, so basically they say they'll get much quicker access to all the Red Bulls. You know, all their components will be handed down to them. Some of it, even in the same season, we'll have the scenario where Red Bull starts off on X amount of parts, and third quarter of the same season, Toro Rosso will be able to slap those parts onto their vehicles. So
It's gonna be good.
it should also, in theory, bring Toro Rosso slightly up in the field. Apparently they're already this season gonna have the gearbox and the back suspension largely to starting off on those, so I think it's gonna make for some more closer racing in the midfield.
That's gonna be good.
Right, while we were chatting away, Vino has put on the best lap so far, 30.1. Jackie 30.7, Moses 31 flat, Ranger Tavet 31.400, Staffy 33.7. Let's jump. Weza hasn't come out, he's afraid of the weather, doesn't want to get wet. Burnout,
He went back into the pit.
Burnout, interestingly, on wets, not too sure it's the right call.
He's the only driver out on wet. That's interesting.
Jumping back on board here of Connor Young.
Nice lap on there from Jockey, 139.6 goes into first place. Great driving there from him. Connor Young now coming to the start finish line. Goes second with a 130 flat.
Had a great sector 3, showed up as purple. Yeah, he will be scratching his head. I know a lot of guys will be reasoning that wets must have more grip than Intas in the rain, but doesn't always work out that way.
In front of Jock.
He's really showing some promising pace here, Vino, out of the blue.
Oh no, Weza into the barriers there. He's got front wing damage on his outlap. That's never good to see.
They'll have to rush into the pits to get that repaired. 4.5 minutes to go. Oh, no downforce on those front tires. Slides off at the Scary, and he decides that's it, I've got to add enough of this. Retires from the session.
So the point is coming. Gonna go across the line now, starting his flying lap. Ooh, a little bit late on the brakes.
Oh, Boinkies overshoots the first corner big time. Guys are finding it difficult in this weather conditions.
Jock and oh, Savage Moses into the barrier there. Doesn't look like he has damage. Ranger Trevec is also on another flying lap here.
Not happy with his fifth position.
Yeah.
I can tell you one thing, that 29.3 is gonna require a hell of an effort to get that beaten tonight.
That's very true. I think that's a great lap time there from Vino.
Let's see where this lap's puts Boinkies. Might looking at his ERS, I think this wasn't really a lap to mention. He's gonna now give it his all. He backs out. Strangely backs out. Full ERS, doesn't commit to the lap. Maybe he's gonna leave it until the last minute of the session. Looks like Burnout's had enough. He's in the pits.
Still have time to go out. Let's just see. Maybe he's gonna give it another go. Vino coming across the line again. 129.3 stays the same. Ranger 130.9. I think he's on his another flying lap now. He backs out of it.
Yeah, he was swinging the car almost sideways. Ominous signs if he wants to better his own time. Looks like the rain is coming down much harder now. Eh?
Yeah, it looks like it. Ranger Trevette's actually retiring while on track. I'm sure the stewards will have a look into that.
Jackie missing turn 1. Whoa, yeah, on the grass. Nice, that's it. Guys are now really finding these conditions difficult to drive on the Inters. It's on that borderline which should actually go over to wets. There will not be any betterment of that time, and I think Vino's got that pole.
That's it. So then there you have it, your Season 1 challenges again there on the front row. Vino for real and Jarky, those two going to challenge each other there into the first corner, followed by Connor Young, who will be close on the heels. Then Savage Moses. You can go on up.
Yeah, Ranger Trevette 5th, Staffy 6, Boinky 7th. Weza didn't manage to set a lap time, also retired from the qualification just at the end of the Sky. Parked his car off, said that's it, and Burnout running off the stop 9 shootout. Let's just hope this first corner doesn't take any victims. Really, guys need to be wary. I've had difficulties myself. You have a guy in front of you that's taking it too cautiously. He'll brake on the 150 marker board, instead of 130. And the guy behind you, he's into the back. Normally it's very difficult to judge that corner. You'll get your 1 or 2 Evil Knievels that goes all out in, then your Oaks that's just very, very cautious, and when those guys are driving behind each other, it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, let's hope you have all 11 drivers going through after turn 1.
Looks like the weather has cleared up for the race.
Yeah.
Still a bunch of clouds in the air, but at least we'll get the right start. And let's just see when those wet conditions, if and when they're gonna play their part in this race.
If he's saying here, Mackett made it, so Mackett is also in the race. By the looks of things, everyone just setting up their cars, doing the fuel, amount of fuel, selecting strategies. James here saying, evening gents, let's have a good one. Thanks, James.
Yeah, so Mackett and Dookster starting at the back, not a bad place to start off at Italy.
Yeah.
They take it careful, wait for the right moment. Not trying to jinx the guys, but this is such a difficult corner to get right, as mentioned before.
Two guys, they're already a little bit naughty. Attie and Ranger Trevette. Back to the starting line.
Not getting any presents this evening from Santa Claus.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the tires here for you guys. Top four there, all of them starting on the mediums. Ranger Trevette on the softs, Attie on the softs, Boinkies on the mediums. Guys from behind want to get that faster lap time, then Wes on the softs, Bernard on the softs. And then obviously Dukes, the Sniffalizer and Mackett, they will be starting on new tires, mediums, softs and mediums. And look for them to run a little bit longer, depending if they get damaged or not.
Savage Moses also finds himself slapped into the back of Connor Young. So Connor Young just by accident also here on the naughty grid list. So P3, P4, P5, P6 all having now cool down tires, not ideal.
Alright. Welcome to everyone watching. Thanks for joining us. Race about to start. Race 5 here at Midweek Racing for the Tier 1 guys in Italy. Attie with me in the commentary box. You will do the lights for us tonight, please.
Yeah, I still need to get my timing right. There's this peculiar sort of a lag at the start, 2-3 seconds, so really difficult to get it right, but let's try and see tonight. Give it 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. There you don't go. There you go. There you don't go. What's happening here?
There we go.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, not quite sure what happened there.
Backing out there. Weza, he's normally very cautious, doesn't want to get involved in turn 1. Whoa, when a Red Bull goes sideways through turn 1, that's Mackett, 5-second penalty for that slideshow. He got too early on the brakes by the looks of it. Went sideways into turn 1.
And safety car deployed. That's what we were talking about, rather start on those softs and then this is going to play nicely into the hands of Dukes and Sniffalizer.
Even Boinkies, he's way back in the field, got his right end plate missing, so he also had some contact.
Savage Moses, he'll go back to the pits, that's for sure. He's not even got a front wing on his car. Let's take a look at some of the guys in front. Vino still looks clean. Ranger also still looking fine, as well as Connor Young.
Decision time here. Lap 1. Who's gonna pit? I don't see the top runners pitting.
With a lorry into the Mackett getting another 5-second penalty there.
Yeah, he's having a nightmare start. That's now 10 seconds on his lap sheet, and we're only done with lap 1. Is that because of his late entrance to the race, no practice? And Moses, Mackett and Boink is into the pits. Rest of the field opting to stay out.
No one out yet, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, they survived turn 1. Just 3 casualties. Just 150,000 rand front wing. That's it between friends.
No, nothing serious.
And 120,000 rand set of tires. So if I remember correctly, they go at 40,000 a pop per tire.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Some would say it's just our poor old rand. Right, so Vino's still up in pole. Ranger, I think he's jumped the position. Let's just get that info on position change. Yeah, he's 3 positions up, Ranger Trevet. So he somehow got his nose past Connor Young. Staffy 2 positions up. Jockey 3 down. Burnout, he's somehow got 3 up. Sniffleizer 4 up. So Weza also still in P8. So some big winners and losers in this safety car first lap scenario. Dookster now it's into the pits. He somehow let's just quickly see. No changes on the front wing, so he's just slapped on those mediums. This is gonna make for a very interesting race.
Yeah. He's loaded on the hard tire. Oh.
Yeah, that's ambitious to say the least.
I see Vino is rocking the, looks like a Christmas theme helmet, yeah? Got a reindeer on. Back at another 5-second penalty, severe collision with Savage Moses.
Can you believe it? Mackett's having a nightmare out here.
It's 15 seconds already.
He does not seem to be able to control that Red Bull.
And he's got front wing damage.
Strange. That is very, very strange. I said Red Bull amended the Ferrari. It looks like that right end plate is gone again. Safety car in the lap. So any moment now back to full race speed heading into this long straight. Another recipe and off. No, they're not going yet. Vino's holding them back. There you go. Rangers side by side. Rangers actually got the best of him. Connor Young overtaking Ranger side, but Connor flies into turn 1. What a move.
Yep, you got a nice slipstream there down the straight. Nicely done there from him. Mackett into the pit. change that wing. I think the safety car maybe caught out Vino a little bit there. He wasn't quite sure should he go or should he stay.
I can see more carbon fiber there. At the end of Lesmo 1, someone lost some front piece.
Just getting some slipstream here to Connor Young. Parabolic doesn't go. Trying to keep that traction obviously with the fuel tank load width. Car feels totally different than the qualifying run.
Yeah.
So then Ranger closing in on Connor Young. Is he going to go on the inside?
It's got the better line here. Connor going wide. Coming around Parabolica. Nice move by Ranger. Connor's gonna tuck right behind him. Try and get that same slipstream effect. Sails past Privet.
Oh, Ranger running a little bit late there on the brakes.
Vino flew on the back of Ranger.
Oh, these guys are fighting. That's allowing Jarky and Savage Moses as well as Staffy to catch up and catch back up to the guys, as well as Weza. He's also in the mix now. I think Duke's there also into the pits. He's gonna get over, maybe he's overtaken by Mack. It's not quite sure what happened there to Duke's.
Oh. Just had a bit of lag, saw a huge crash in the gravel trap and then wasn't to be. Yellow flag sector 2.
That's burnout.
Oh, and Weza loses it in Ascari. Smacks the back of the car, no damage. Luckily no damage.
Ranger prevent
that in the
Connor Young, is he going to swerve to the inside, into the outside? Is he going to do the overtake? Legs on the...
Two fast guys stuck in the back, Mackett and Dukester. Sure they'll be fuming.
Let's just go back to your top 3 here. We're giving each other everything.
Overshoots. He overshot the car, he went very wide, got some dirt on those tires. He's gonna be vulnerable coming around Parabolica here.
We are falling back again. Not sure what happened there. Probably lost it. So then now Jarky also joining the party at the front.
Yeah, he's managed to catch up to Vino.
Half-second time penalty speeding in pit lane for Weza there.
That pit entrance seems to be playing havoc on the guys tonight. Mackett putting in yet another fastest lap. Showing his pace now eventually after having a horrible first couple of laps. He'll have to drive the wheels off that Ferrari to get anything done tonight.
Sure.
Also bear in mind, I think he's sitting on a 15-second penalty so far.
Bernard, he's on the gravel, he lost it.
Oh, and Vino completely misses his brake point. Goes very wide. Loses the position to Jarky and Savage Moses. He missed the brake point there, the Scary. Went completely into the gravel. Lost 2 spots. Do all the hard work again. Moses sailed past him as well as Jarky. 2 clutch dorpers.
Connor Young closing in onto the back of Connor here. Sorry, Ranger.
Yeah, they're having a ding dong back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The guys behind him, they will have to catch up and get into that DRS train. Otherwise, there's no catching these two. They're just swapping the lead, hanging on to each other's DRS.
Over here to Boinkies, he's on the back of Attie.
Yeah, starting to pressurize the Staffy.
Gonna have DRS. He's gonna close in on.
Will be very interesting to see this. Two drivers not really too aggressive. Both driving a similar style.
Ranger now coming close to Coney.
Yeah, Smart Money is probably on Boinkies just waiting for this gear, the inside of Parabolica.
Jockey able to get slipstream on Conor Young. Is he going to overtake him? Let's just see. Conor Young slips into the back.
Boinkies also sails past Staffy.
Jockey hitting the back.
Sailed on the inside past Staffy. Let's try and see. Looks like Jockey's got front wing damage. By the way, he's struggling around Lesmo.
Oh, both Red Bulls into the gravel. Savage Moses losing the back end as well as Conor Young. Both the Red Bulls out. Not out, but spun on track.
Yeah, that'll play into Jock's hands a bit. Sails past Moses will also catch Conor. Yeah, he's got the inside line here, heading into Parabolica, but looks like he does have some front wing damage. He's just floating too much in Parabolica.
Yeah. Conor Young, he's going to jump into the pit.
Just the end plate damage.
Christian Horner won't be happy about that. Just happened there.
Yeah.
The two Red Bulls.
Pulling a Ferrari move here.
This is playing nicely into Boinkies and Slatties as they're up into third and fourth.
Yeah, great showing here by the Racing Point.
But the guy who qualified in first place, Dino, he's back into the lead. Everything working out lightly for him.
We've been exchanging positions left, right and center. Very exciting. Boinkies half a second off Ranger, so he's closing in. As we mentioned before, second or first position will hand Boinkies the championship lead. Driver that's always doing it below the radar. Conor Young gets himself a 3-second penalty.
Ranger
into the pits and also gets the 5-second penalty. The guys are really having a horrible time getting that pit entrance right. Seems they spend all the time practicing the track and not the pit entrance.
Yeah. Difficult one to get because of the high speed that you are.
Yeah, there's myself, there's that white borderline on the straight. That tends to be the marker for me as I head into the pits. Guys now slowly starting to spread out a bit. Closest is Ranger on Mackett.
Staffy already doing 10 laps on those softs. So you look, Staffy, I think he'll be going to the pits soon. Boinkies only 9 laps on those mediums, we know 10. So if I was Staff, I'll go to the pits, maybe try and do the undercut. Yeah, the undercut and
yeah, on Boinkies that might work. Looks like Ranger has now gotten into the DRS zone on Mackett here and Burnout next to the road. He's having major difficulties tonight. not
there we
get
go.
out of the race, but struggling to keep that Renault going.
There he goes, Staffy onto those mediums. He's going to try and go for that undercut. Ranger, he has the
DRS
on
flap open. Just gonna pull him closer. He's not gonna be able to make the move this lap, but I'm sure the next one will be the one.
And the young fastest lap there, 123.7. He's on the hard tire.
It's just now for Ranger to wait for the right moment, save up on the ERS. Sure, the opposite is happening in the car in front of him. That Ferrari is probably trying to defend as hell, expending ERS, rich mix, trying everything, but ERS is so powerful. It's probably all to no avail.
We're looking at the tires and the times. If Savage Moses can keep it together on those hard tires, we will flip into first place and he can go to the end on those. So it'll be interesting to see. That is to say if there's not another safety car.
It's always the unknown. Ranger now 0.4 on the back on the main straight, closing in 0.3, 0.2, still not enough. Still busy saving that ERS, trying to wear Mackett down. Going on board with Mackett, he sits on 11% ERS, so he's now really expended everything he had trying to defend. That's normally what happens. Ranger also sitting on much younger mediums, only 2 laps in it. Mackett's 10 laps already, so should be much grippier, much better traction out of the corners. You can see he's sitting on the back of Mackett. Yeah, I'm sure this is now gonna be it. The move's gonna happen in this straight. Just needs to get a good exit out of Parabolica here. Mackett floating a bit wide. See 0.4 again. Gotta be into that 0.2, 0.3 range to actually make it happen. 0.4 is just outside the reach. It's gonna come side by side, but not being able. We've seen this now 3 laps. Mackett now down to 8% ERS. He's really now running on fumes. Can unfortunately not see the amount of fuel Mackett still going.
Stays there. Let me show you 1.9 it looks like. With Ranger, he's still sitting on 2.4. Mackett, he's all out of ERS now. I think Ranger will just wear him down and try and get it closer.
Yeah, he just needs to get into that 0.2 range, 0.25. Anything more than that, it's just you're not gonna make it stick into that turn 1. He's 0.3, 0.2, yeah, he's got it. I'm sure this is now when it's gonna happen. There you go. Mackett swerves to the inside line, side by side, should be able to outbrake him. Snuffleizer makes it a bit difficult for them, being in the way, a bit of tire rubbing. Snuffleizer doesn't get a good exit.
Oh.
Mackett still just 0.1. Rolls has now been reversed. But the only thing is Mackett won't have that full bank of ERS to go for the big moves. Ranger has saved up, so he can now keep it in mode 3, mode 5. Just try and break that. Speaking of it, he's already 1,2. The Ranger has already broken the DRS and overtakes the Fertilizer, who's struggling. 14 lap old softs. He's really not having any traction anymore. Those softs are now probably done, cooked. Let's just see Parabolica.
Yep, he's gonna stay out for another lap.
Surprisingly, I think Mackett's gonna take him here. He's, I'm of the opinion he's maybe staying a lap or two too long on these softs. At the front doesn't look like a lot has changed. Actually, Boinky's somehow in second position. Dirky, did we miss that? Maybe there was a pit. Was it maybe Sniffleizer pitting? No, can't be. Can't really see here. Somehow Boinky's. I know he was P4. Last we looked. Anyways. Anyways,
Dukes and also overtaking Sniffleizer.
Yeah, Sniffleizer really, he has to go into third this lap. I'm not sure what his strategy is. I've been 15 laps on the softs. There's only 11 laps left.
Oh, Jockey getting 5-second penalty there.
Looks like everyone is collecting that souvenir, the 5-second pit penalty. Jock and Boinkies jumping into the pits. And eventually Sniffleizer also. And Sniffleizer gets himself the 5-second. Guys, you don't all have to collect that one. I think it's only Squinkies that hasn't gotten it.
It's like he's using the back end there on turn 1. That means Boinky's going to catch him on the inside. Let's see what. There will be some team orders maybe here from Jockey and Staffy.
Staffy having a very... Oh! Let's not jinx Staffy, let's keep quiet.
Yeah.
Let's just not say anything about the big man from Cape Town. Go slightly down the field, corner Young. He's also going to have a nice battle here. 7 lap old darts versus brand new socks. Jockey 0.7 in front of him. Two fast drivers. I don't think Jock's going to just lie down and be overtaken yet.
They're not. So then, you know, going on to the softs, that's a good choice for him. Second to third. We'll be able to catch Dukes and those guys quite easily in front, I think.
Yeah. We'll have some good pace going. Already only 1,7 behind Dukester on all darts. Dukester will be having a very, very difficult time if you want to take those hard to the end. 22 laps on hards, probably at the limit, doable.
Yeah.
But they won't be faster then.
So then Jockey on the inside of Staffy, he's got the DRS.
Does it look like team orders?
No, it's just an easy overtake.
Racing Point not known for going along team orders.
Now Connor Young, he'll have DRS from stats. Is he going to catch him? See Jockey setting fastest lap time there, 122.3.
And he's now flying on those brand new softs. Vina also now slowly closing in on Dookster, 0.9 behind, so DRS games is now starting to happen again.
James could see you in the comment section saying if we get some rain this could be a very interesting ending here. That is very true. It's going to make for some
can play into some of the Oaks' hands that's holding out, not pitting.
Let's go back to Connor Young here quickly. I think he's DRS on 30. Now, all over the back of Dukes, he's going to have the slipstream. 2-second time penalty for Jockey. Slips to the inside. But this is going to allow Dukes to come back at him with the DRS, because when they went through the activation zone, Dukes was actually behind him. Let's see once that DRS opens up. He's going to be able to catch him. No, I don't think so. He's a little bit too far behind.
It'll be good enough to bring him on a gearbox, but that's it. Bear in mind, Dookster also 15 lap old hard. Traction won't be remotely the same. Look at Vina just sail away there.
The clouds just starting to
thicken.
Yeah.
Just starting to play on the guys' minds.
We might see a little drizzle somewhere at the end of the race. And that's going to be difficult if you're sitting on worn out tires.
Yeah, Dookster taking too much of that first corner into Ascari, gets another 3-second penalty. Guessing penalties is going to play a huge part in the end standings here tonight. Currently, Savage Moses now on those 19 lap old hearts, really making them work. Be very surprised. You say it's another 6 laps in it, 25 laps on those hearts, doable?
That's a lot for me. I don't know. I won't push tires that far. I'm the kind of guy that rather plays it safe.
Yeah. Look, I've never had the privilege of a burst the tire, but I've driven past guys that's pushed it too far. Guy famous for doing that all the way. And the position Abu Dhabi burst, had a tire burst, I think third last corner.
So then Jockey, he has DRS on Boinkies now. Dukes are still able to stay with Dino. Yeah, I think he's just catching that DRS every time.
Yeah, that DRS is just pulling in below this 1 second. Jack and Boinkies both on 4 lap soft, so similar tires, similar strategy. Both also skipped the safety car early pit strategy that everyone else took. Well, Jockey looking great pace here. Tails past Boinkies, nothing to do there.
Just me, or do I see some raindrops?
Yeah, there we go. The action's gonna start happening now. I sort of predicted last 2 laps. Looks like it's gonna be last 5 laps.
Yeah.
Now your mind is starting to work overtime. Are you gonna make it to the end? Are you gonna pit for Inters?
Well, if they put for Inters now, this will play nicely into Savage Moses and Luke's hands.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It all depends how quickly this rain worsens, how quickly the track cools down, and if there's any standing water, the stewards will have to be strict and disable the DRS. That'll be the cue. At the looks of it, I don't know it's that bad yet.
Another 5-second penalty there from Row Ranger. Let's just see what time
actually Jockey heads into the pits. Savage Moses 10-second time penalty for the corner cutting. So he maybe missed some corner. Looks like it was turn 1. Probably missed his break point completely. If you cut that corner 10 seconds, he's also cutting the next corner. He's having...
Oh! Yeah, I also saw that.
He's having now major issues. Where's our 5-second penalty in the pit lane? The action is now happening, guys. DRS has not been disabled, but looks like it's one of those where you gotta make your mind up yourself. Oh no! Havoc here, Savage Moses again into the wall. Not sure what was up. Those old darts were just... It looks like they slippery as soap now in this wet conditions.
Yeah, look at him. No break.
He has to go and pit now, no matter what the stewards say. Mackett gets a 5-second penalty, corner cutting.
This is gonna play nicely into Duke's hands. He's already on the...
Yeah, let's see if Vino heads into the pits here. Yeah, he's heading in. Moses has to. Let's see if he makes the brakes. Yeah, doesn't get that second collector's item. Oh, he's also... Looks like a 5-second penalty that he's got to serve. Doesn't look like they're changing a front wing, so... And all of this means that Duxter is now sitting pretty in top position.
We'll be happy about that. Not quite sure what the time penalty is for him, but if he's able to cap off the win here, I think that will move him into first place in the Drivers' Championship, right?
Yeah, like we said, a win will definitely jump him into top spot.
Almost losing the back end there. On a young knee into the pits. He's in 10th position at the moment.
Savage Moses still having major issues. I'm not sure what's up. Has to be front wing damage that they didn't go and change. But he's all over this track.
He's got
Wink
front
is
wing
also...
damage on the left-hand side.
Yeah, strangely they didn't... His pit crew slipped up, didn't touch that front wing. Made him sit there, 5-second penalty, and then afterwards didn't change the wing. Big cock up there in that pit. Looks painful now to watch Savage. He's definitely not up to speed.
Oh, Winky's braking.
Missing his brake point big time. Moses on the top, getting over eager. That has happened so many times to me. You see the guy in front of you make a mistake, you on his back, you get over eager on that throttle.
Maybe needs to run wide there. Not quite
Now
sure.
looks like a slip and slide show. Guys are really struggling to get the car in a straight line. Definitely getting a nice exit from Lesmo too.
Victor will be thinking to himself, yeah, just 2 laps to go. After he started, there you go, making up 9 positions.
P11, Yeah, the weather they really played into his hands. Pitted at the right moment.
Savage still trying to overtake Ranger here. Savage Moses. Savage Moses running wide.
Definitely having a much better line on the inside.
But now Savage coming
now
back.
Savage having slipstream. Let's see who overshoots this first corner. Savage cuts Staffy off a little bit. Guys are still nice and tight. The Ranger 1.6 behind Dookster. Vino 2. Jockey 3.3. So penalties is really gonna play a part here in the final standings. That I'm sure of. And another thing to mention, Dirk, all 12 runners still going.
Yeah, that's always great to see.
Don't want to jinx them, but 1 lap to go. Great showing here by the guys. Had a difficult race, eventful, action-packed. Steffi really giving Savage a bit of a hard time. Savage runs wide, loses traction, allows Steffi to close up the gap again. Steffi nice and tight here on Parabolica, again on the inside line. Same as the previous lap. Savage now gonna tuck behind Steffi, get the slipstream. They got the same strategy going on each other again. Heading into turn 1. Steffi actually gets the better exit.
Oh, Mackett now sitting on the back of Savage Moses here.
Moses, he's now got another battle going here. Mackett, he's gonna definitely make a move here. I can feel this. Let's just see.
Just keep an eye on there. I'm gonna... Oh, the race leader almost losing it. This is gonna cause Ranger Tervet to take the lead.
Whoa! Ranger Tervet jumps in.
Yeah. Let's see once they go across the line what the penalties will be. Oh. On the last lap, what a...
Action-packed.
Yeah.
Dookster making a mistake. Was it at Ascari?
Coming across the line, Ranger...
Oh, and Vino jumps in.
Yeah, Vino takes the win.
Penalty strikes.
Dookster
jumps Ranger. But then Vino jumps both of them. Jockey P4. Let's see Boenkies. He's normally clean as a whistle. He might jump a position. Doesn't. Steffi going over the line. P6, I'm sure he is. Oh, he's got a 5-second unserved penalty. Mackett still stays behind him. Mackett himself had a truckload full of penalties, so I'm sure Staff is going to be very impressed actually finishing a race.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Finishing
just in the comments just now. I finished.
And in style, in points, you're on the board.
There we have him.
Last driver coming around the corner, Sniffleizer here. 12 starters, 12 finishes. Great stuff, boys.
Well done to Vino there.
Yeah,
Great
he had the
driving.
pace. He started showing it in Q2, Q3. He showed he had the pace here tonight. The lead was exchanging a few times. Several Oaks actually drove in front. Very action-packed. We had Trevette for a while, Doekster for a while, Jackie. So, yeah, even Conor Young. So, final rundown, Vino, top of the podium, Doekster P2, Ranger, Jackie, Boinkies in 5th, Staffy 6th, Mackett 7th, Savage Moses 8th, Wezra 9th, closing out the points finishers, Conor Young in 10th, Sniffleizer 11th, and Burnout in 12th.
Yes, that was an interesting race. Just finish some of the comments here. Noah Raider saying, well done, Vino. I think Noah will be wanting to jump back into the seat next week, trying to get some extra points again.
Look, just to confirm that, 18 points for Doekster will put him in a 9-point lead on Noah Raider.
Okay, so that's going to be interesting to see.
So Doekster overtakes Noah Raider, will have the lead by 9 points. Boinkies finishing in P5, that is what? 10 points? That will be 68. Then he'll be 6 points shy of Noah Raider. So this race really costed Noah Raider not being able to race. I'm sure he'll be back in full force, trying to take back his position.
Yes, and then also Sarah Ania, well done, babe. First race I watched, the Shania one. I think that is Vino's wife. Well, thank you for watching, and yes, great win there from Vino. That's it for race 4. Race 5. Race 5, guys. From us here at Midweek Racing, thanks a lot for joining us, and please be sure to go check out our social media pages, Twitter there at Racing Midweek. We put on the championship standings there, as well as the upcoming races and what is going on in South Africa with sim racing as well. Thanks again to everyone watching the stream. Attie, thanks for joining me in the commentary.
Yeah, Dirk, always a pleasure. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, see you guys next week. Bye-bye.